We're called Whistle, and this is true. We love to do the things that we're not supposed to do. We don't mean robbing, stealing, or mugging. In fact, don't take it seriously. We're only bugging. That was French.
Yes. Facebook will probably pop me for a copyright issue. Whatever. Welcome to Endzone. I'm your host, Ryan F. Hopefully Fuji will show up at some point. Now, my headset was working on early evening sports buffet with the Ginch, but now, so I'm just going to keep this like this. If I can't hear Fuji, I'll just take the headset off. So, again, I don't put any faith or stock into preseason football. That's just me. I know a lot of people like to watch to see what the draft picks are doing, to see who people that they brought in the free agency are doing. I could care less. It's just not something I put a whole lot of faith and stock into. But let's get to this past weekend's action, shall we? Titans beat the Falcons 23-20. If we go to some statistics, for the Titans, Brandon Allen was 11 of 14 for 119 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Cam Ward played sparingly, 2 of 7 for 42 yards. Jordan Mims was your leading rusher for the Titans, 12 carries, 50 yards. Gunnar Helm, 4 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown. And a bunch of other players caught passes. Defensive side of the football for Tennessee, Cedric Gray had 7 total tackles. For the Falcons, Easton Stick was 19 of 32, 173 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. They were not going to play any of their starters. Rushing, Nathan Carter, 9 carries, 63 yards. Chris Blair for the Falcons, 3 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown receiving. A bunch of other players caught passes. Atlanta defensively, Lamar Jackson. No, not that Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, 8 total tackles. We go to the team stats. Both teams were about the same on third down efficiency. Passing, Tennessee 195. The Falcons, what were they? 174. Rushing, they were about even, 118, 115. A lot of penalties. Tennessee 6 for 65. The Falcons 10 for 63. That'll work out the kinks. Again, I need to see it in the regular season. This means nothing to me. I know it means to a lot of you out there. I could care less. Like I said the other day, I've seen teams go 4-0 in the preseason, and they suck during the regular season. They're like 5-11. I've seen teams go 0-4 in the preseason, and they wound up going 12-4. That game was on Friday. Also on Friday, the Seahawks beat the Chiefs 33-16. For the Chiefs, the men's stash, Gardner Minshew was 7 of 9, 70 yards and a touchdown. Rashard Smith and Carson Steele each had 22 yards rushing. Robert Tonyan, 5 catches, 41 yards and a touchdown. He might be a good addition to this team. A bunch of other people caught passes. Jack Cochrane, 8 total tackles. For your Seattle Seahawks, Drew Lock, 10 of 12, 129, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Milrow, 3 of 5, 46 yards. Darnold was 4 of 4, 34 yards. Damian Martinez, 11 carries, 50 yards, and a touch. Derek Young, 3 catches, 52 yards for Seattle receiving, and a whole bunch of other players caught passes. Leading tacklers were Seth Coleman, Ty Okada, Drake Thomas, Ernest Jones IV, Patrick O'Connell, with 4 tackles apiece. Your team stats, the Seahawks were 7 of 12 on third downs. Chiefs were 4 of 9. Passing yards, Chiefs had 88, Seahawks 209. Rushing, Chiefs 68. Seahawks 268. Again, means nothing. Then we get to the Saturday games that were played. The Dolphins beat the Lions 24-17. For the Finns, Zach Wilson was 15 of 23, 151, a touchdown, no picks. Quinn Ewers, 11 of 17, 116, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Ollie Gordon II, 10 carries, 50 yards. Theo Weiss Jr. was the leading receiver, 6 catches, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a whole bunch of people caught passes. Leading tacklers for Miami on said day, Jason Marshall Jr., Daquan Jackson, Channing Tindall, and Eugene Asante, each with 6 total tackles. For your Detroit Lions, Kyle Allen was 14 of 17, 124, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Leading rusher, Jacob Sailors, 13 for 39. Leading receiver for Detroit was Jackson Meeks, 7 for 93 and a touchdown, and a whole bunch of other people caught passes. Detroit's defense, the leading tackler was Ezekiel Turner with 9. Detroit was 1 of 12 on third down, but they were 3 of 3 on fourth down. Miami was 7 of 13 on third downs. Passing yards, Miami 259, Detroit 170. Rushing yards, 97 for Miami, Detroit 104. Miami was penalized 9 times for 60 yards, Detroit 13 for 86. Again, this means nothing to me. I could care less, but I figured I'd go over it anyway. I see him there in the green room. You know him as the long-lost son of Robert De Niro. That would be Mike Fuji. I know my is Mike Fuji.
The champs are here.
What's going on, my friend?
The Super Bowl 59 champions are in the building. Can't hear you.
Headset, and again, it won't work.
Is it your end or my end?
It has nothing to do with food. It has nothing to do with you. It worked during.
Maybe I jinxed it.
Yeah, you didn't jinx it. It's just
maybe you jinxed it with that Chiefs sign behind
you. Before we go on, just give me a little bit of the De Niro impression.
I can't. You're making me laugh, you fool. You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Face.
Are you talking to me? I can't do it. You're making me laugh.
I'm just going over the games that were played over the weekend. I know you want to talk about your Eagles, but you talked about them the other night.
I was talking about my Eagles. mean,
So I'm just like,
the champs,
I
right?
was running down the scores. And on my other show, I was going over some other
Well,
like news and notes.
not to interrupt you, I know there were a few trades today. I think Sky Moore got traded. Just came over the wire. I think where the heck was he with? I forget where the hell he was.
He used to play for Kansas City.
I think he got traded to somebody traded.
The Chiefs are sending Sky Moore to the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, but they already got Pearsall.
Uh,
Ayuk's out for like week 6 or 7, and they got Juwan Jennings over there.
looks like they traded Sky Moore for a 6th and 7th round pick.
I know I think the Jets and the Browns made a swap today for I think a defensive lineman and some draft picks going back and forth.
Yeah, I'm trying to look over my ticker here. Let me see. New York Jets acquired defensive tackle Jawan Briggs from the Cleveland Browns in a trade. The Browns sent a 2026 7th round pick to the Jets, while the Jets traded their 2026 6th round pick to the Browns.
Doesn't really matter with either of those teams. Ain't going nowhere anyway. Sorry.
The previous show, Lamar Jackson is okay. Ravens fans can climb down off the ledge.
What happened to him?
He got hurt in practice. He got hurt in practice. He got stepped on. It was his throwing hand, his wrist. They thought maybe something was wrong with it, but he said he's fine. Oh, I didn't see this one. Is this new? Hold on. 49ers. Yeah, this just came about. 49ers, Demarcus Robinson is suspended 3 games per Kyle Shanahan. Remember, he had the misdemeanor for the DUI charge, so he's suspended for the first 3 games. That just came over the wire. What else? What else do you want to talk about, food? Go ahead.
Something come out about Rashee Rice in the last day or so.
Yeah, his hearing is at the end of September. He'll be there for the first 4 games, and then he'll find out what his fate is at the end of September. So even if he's found not guilty or whatever, pleads to X, Y, and Z, he still faces the NFL's disciplinary actions. So we'll have to see on him. What else? I already said about. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I know I jumped in the show late, so I don't really know where you were.
I said earlier the Broncos traded Devon Vele to the Saints for 2 draft picks, a 2026 4th round pick and a 2027 7th round pick. Again, trying to bolster up that receiving core for the Broncos, especially in that division.
I know you said you believe the Broncos. You think Denver's going to take that division, as we discussed.
I do, and like I said, I had Alex Ersdorf on my regular show. We were talking about the Chargers. I told him I didn't think the Chiefs were going to make the playoffs. He still thinks they're going to win the division. I was like, I have to see it. I just don't think they're going to win the division. I think the division is going to come down to the Broncos or the Chargers. But look, we're 2 weeks out, Foods. I know your team in green kicks it off September the 4th against the Cowboys. If we want to go down division, by division. I know we're having the special on September 2nd, but AFC East, as it stands today, I would still pick the Bills to win it. I think the Jets and the Dolphins are going to vie for second place. And I think the Patriots will be improved, but I still think they finish in last. That's as of today, by the way.
A lot of remains to be seen. You figure in the next 2 weeks, a lot of rosters will change. Some trades may go down. Who see who gets cut. Some of these veterans may get picked up for the minimum. So
I'm listening to you.
it's still Howie's season. You know that.
You could be talking about ice cream. Well, Howie will buy stock in this ice cream. Mr. Softy will still bring it back around to the Eagles. That's what you got to love about it. AFC North, Central, whatever the hell they call it. I think, well, if Cincinnati can get their defense in check. I have Cincinnati winning it, Baltimore second, Pittsburgh third, Browns in last. That's as of today. I know people are really down on Cincinnati's defense, but we'll see.
As far as Michael Parsons, there was a rumor out today that said something about the Packers and the Bills made an offer. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, and idiot shot it down. They both did. Steven and Jerry both shot it down. And again, I'll say this before and I'll say it again, and I've said this to Fuji many times. For the last 20-some years, Jerry Jones has fisted Cowboy Nation. Red hot poker up the ass. That's what he's done to Cowboys Nation for the last 28 years. And again, don't wish anything bad on the man. But until he's gone from the equation, people are still going to pay money to go to that spaceship that he calls a football stadium. Look, they're not going to trade him. Is Micah willing to sit out? I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, but if he sits, doesn't he get fined so much a day?
Care.
I know he's in camp, but
he doesn't care.
But Dallas has no choice but to pay him. Get rid of that $60 million quarterback they have.
Well, Jerry just thinks that eventually he'll come around. I know what he's thinking. Eventually he'll come around. He doesn't want to pay Micah because of what happened with Dak. They paid CeeDee Lamb. He got hurt. They paid Dak all that money. He breaks his ankle.
How do you not pay CeeDee Lamb? The guy's like top 3 receiver in football.
How do you not pay Micah Parsons?
Well, exactly.
Yeah, they're not gonna do it. It'll be interesting to see what happens. A lot of people feel like in the next week, when there's like a week left, they'll wind up signing him to something.
Well,
I don't know.
It'll come down. It'll come down to the 11th hour. They gonna have no choice but to pay him.
The man's a buffoon. He's an idiot. I'm not talking about Micah. I'm talking about that clown that they got for an owner.
Oh, that's why they haven't gone anywhere in the last since the VHS era. Come on.
So, if you look at the AFC South as it stands today, Houston should win that division going away, Foods.
Houston has no offensive line, though.
Yeah, but look at the other teams in the division. Tennessee's going to suck. Indy's going to be horrible, and you still don't know what you're getting. You don't know what you're getting with Jacksonville.
Oh, I know Andrew Jones was named the starter in Indy.
You mean Daniel Jones?
Who'd I say?
Andrew Jones.
I meant to say Daniel. What's the difference? Dimes, pennies, quarters, nickels. dollar bills.
Now, where does Anthony Richardson go? Look, I'm a Florida Gator fan. I
It's your
thought
fault.
2023, when he came out in the draft, it was a big mistake.
I thought he was going to light it up. He did.
He wasn't ready. Was not ready. Period.
Oh, yeah, but then he got hurt.
And he's still not ready. Daniel Jones beat you out. I don't know where he's going to wind up.
Well, let's say this. After the elite quarterbacks, I mean, the NFL quarterback position is, such a drop off, and it's pathetic. I mean, the money these quarterback, whoever gets paid next, probably mediocre at best. Like look at Trevor Lawrence. What the hell happened to him in 3 years?
Yep.
Number 1 pick out of Clemson, and
I thought he'd be better. But look, they put some talent around him. I'm not going to say it's gangbusters.
How many years has Jacksonville had a number 1 pick? I mean, they're like the Browns. Like, I mean, who's the one that gave? Was it the Browns that traded out of that pick where they drafted the defensive end from Penn State? What's his name? I think it was the Browns or Jacksonville's. One of them screwed it up. Or they traded back.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. Don't remember. You have to go look it up. I would look it up, but my battery's about to die on my phone. So, what else do you want to get into? Any sort of like topics?
Well, that's up to
talk
you.
about?
Go around the horn.
Other than that cute green team that you have up on your screen.
Easy there. You know what part of the country you're in, right? You are right outside of Philly.
Fortunately. Because I gotta hear it. Gotta hear it all the time.
Well, hey, they slaughtered your team. Give credit where it's due.
All right, so the season started today. Who would be your division winners in the AFC?
I would go. I know you're going to throw this at me. I'd go Baltimore in the South. No, I'm going to go Denver, and I know some people will call me crazy. I mean, Bills hands down in the East. What division am I missing? The South? Ugh.
And Central, you said Baltimore, right?
Yeah. I'll go Houston in the South.
And who would your wild card teams be? As of today. This could change in 2 weeks.
Kansas City and God. Chargers.
There's another one you got to pick because there's 3.
I'm going to say New England's making the playoffs. I think Drake May is going to light it up.
And in the NFC, who would your division winners be? If you had to pick them today.
Eagles, Rams, Bucks. I'm going to go Lions.
And your wild cards would be what?
San Fran. I'm just going off the top. This ain't my official. You threw me off with this. I would have been prepared for this if I knew ahead of time. Washington, Green Bay.
I would go Buffalo, Cincinnati, Houston, Denver. Wild cards would be Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and the Chargers. That's if it started today. In the NFC, I would go to Eagles, the Packers, the Bucks, the Rams. Wild cards would be the Commanders, the Lions, and probably either the 49ers or the Vikings. But still unknown with the Vikings just because of JJ McCarthy's first year. It's essentially his rookie year.
I think the
Go ahead.
49ers may shock some people this year. No, they had a lot of injuries last year. Of course, they had to get Purdy the bag, so I know they lost a few guys too. Javon Hargrave, he went to Minnesota, I believe.
Yep.
McCaffrey. I don't know. Can the guy stay healthy all season though? Coming off the injury. So
Was that?
I don't know. No, I said I think McCaffrey. I'm talking about the injuries coming off of. I think San Fran may make some noise. What are the Cardinals really done? Seattle's brought in.
I think the Cardinals. The Cardinals might not be bad, man.
Well, you never know with Kyler Murray. Seattle brought in Sam Darnold. You got rid of Metcalf. You got Cooper Kupp. I think Jackson Smith Najigma is your number one receiver. Kenny Walker, running back.
Yep.
So, they also got rid of the heck was the other receiver? Damn, I'm bad tonight. Anyway, I just see the whole thing is I say the Rams, but you don't know what Stafford's back either. Picking up the Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. You would think. I thought the Rams are the ones that were going to give the Eagles a run in the NFC, but now I'm not so sure. Stafford's 37 years old.
Yeah, I have a feeling he probably won't make it through the year. I didn't think he was coming back, to be quite honest with you. I thought he should have hung it up, but when you pick up Devontae Adams, you got Puka Nacua. Now, I don't know what they're going to do in the run game, but we'll see with the Rams. A lot of people are high on the Rams, man. A lot of people think the Rams are going to give the Eagles a run for their money this year. But
that's what I thought. But with Stafford's back, like I said before, it's kind of like all bets are off unless. They said the other week he had an epidural on his back, and that's not good. He hasn't practiced in training camp. So, what are you going to do? Just step on the field week one and expect Matt Stafford to be throwing dimes or what?
So I'm going to throw this out to you, Fuge. NFL.com. It's Yardbarker. I'm sorry. So this is by a gentleman named Jackson Weber of Yardbarker.com. 3 teams that should trade for Anthony Richardson.
The Eagles are one. I saw that earlier.
No, the Vikings, the Steelers, and the Raiders.
Vikings, Steelers. I could see the Raiders because you don't know what Geno Smith's going to do.
Steelers is not going to start. Although, a lot of people probably think that Aaron Rodgers will make it through the full season. And the Vikings, JJ McCarthy, who knows if he's going to get hurt or not. Either way, it doesn't matter. He's not going to start.
The Vikings team stacked offensively and defensively, but, the question mark is McCarthy coming off that bad injury. And now you got Justin Jefferson, another one with a hamstring issue. So, I don't know. I think I would say Minnesota would win that division hand. I don't want to say hands down, but plus, they got a harder schedule this year too. So,
Green Bay is going to be tough.
well, those three teams right there. I mean, a lot of people are putting a lot of stock in your guy in Chicago, quarterback, but I mean, they beat up the offensive line.
Again, I still have to see it on the field with Caleb Williams. Fuji knows this. I was never high on him coming out of college last year. I mean, Washington picking Jaden Daniels made Chicago look like fools because he's probably the one they should have taken. Look, Chicago's been through this. Chicago fans have been through this shit how many times with Trubisky, with Cutler, with some of the others. Just like Browns fans don't want to hear about quarterbacks anymore either.
And number one picks.
Yeah.
Seriously, go through the last 20, 25 years. How many quarterbacks and number one picks did they basically fist the fans with? I mean, it's a joke.
I'm thinking of teams that might need Anthony Richardson's services. I'm not really coming up with any. You might, maybe the Raiders, just because you don't know with Geno. Maybe Tampa or Miami. He played college football in Florida. Maybe he could back up Baker or be part of that.
Speaking of Miami, where the hell are they? It's like nobody's even talking about that team. I mean, I know they traded Jalen Ramsey and they traded Jonnu Smith to Pittsburgh. I mean, I don't know why. I mean,
Tua stays healthy. Their offense won't be bad, but their defense is. You don't know if Tua's going to make it through the season.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The guy shouldn't even be on the field. What's it going to take? God forbid. I mean, his own family's been only getting on him the last couple of years to retire. I mean, you want to see your kids and grandkids grow up. God forbid. I mean, how many concussions has the guy had? One too many, obviously, but it's, what's up with Tyreek Hill? I mean, there have been talks that they've been wanting to get rid of him, but who wants Michael Kaepernick Jr.? Thanks for checking in, Mike. Eagles, Lions, Bucks, wild card, Washington, Green Bay, Seattle, AFC, Bills, Ravens, Texans, Chiefs. Wild cards, Patriots, Broncos, Bengals.
Pretty
similar to what I said.
Eagles,
outside of San Fran and Seattle.
Probably Eagles, Lions, Bucks, Rams. I agree with that there. Washington, Green Bay, Seattle, forget it. AFC's got the Bills, the Ravens, the Texas Chiefs. I agree with the division winners. I just don't, as a Chiefs fan, I just don't see it. Again, Brett Veach, the GM, did nothing to improve this team. He's trying to run it back with the same players. Look, Kelsey's old. The receivers are He did nothing to upgrade the running backs.
Still got Pacheco.
Yeah, but he got hurt last year. Their running game was non-existent. Okay? And their defense is older. Chris Jones is older. And some of the other guys are older. Their secondary wasn't what it was in years past. Patriots are not making the wild card.
I think they were.
Patriots?
Why not? Yeah. What's Miami and Jets?
They'll be improved, but
the Jets
Bengals make the wild card. The Broncos, Steelers, Eagles versus Chiefs Super Bowl.
As the Bills and Ravens haven't gotten
it. Chiefs are not making a Super Bowl this year. I don't think the Eagles will either.
I think if the Ravens could stay healthy, I think that I mean, since they picked up Jair Alexander and their first couple draft picks on defense, I mean, I think the Ravens are going to make some noise if Lamar could get over the hump and stop choking every year. The Bills and Ravens do not have the clutch
game in the playoffs. I said it for years.
Agreed.
I had to see it from either one of those teams in the playoffs. Look, a couple of years ago, Bills had the home field advantage against the Chiefs, and they blew it. Same thing with the Ravens when they played the Chiefs, blew it. So until I see it from them, and I'll go on record now. It can change in the next couple of weeks. When we have our preview show, right now, I would go. You know what? I'll throw it out there just to throw something. Bengals, Packers.
For the bowl.
Yep.
The only
That
team
does
in
it.
the
Subject to change.
Mike says the only team in the last 5 years to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs are the Bengals.
Yep.
Very true.
Truth. I've said it the last two. They have their number.
Well, I'll say this. I think Josh Allen is a choke artist.
So's Lamar.
Yeah. Well, they both are. I was saying that before. I mean, how many MVPs has Lamar won? 3? And he still can't get over the hump.
I'll say this. Though about if it's a big if. Houston can keep everybody healthy.
Houston has no offensive line now.
I said big if.
Well, you traded Tunsil to Washington. And
I think defensively they're solid. It's just how's that offense going to perform. So,
well, Mixon, he's nicked up. I mean, they got Nick Chubb they picked up. I mean, if he could resurrect his career, well, like I said, like you go back to last year, how many times did C.J. Stroud get sacked?
oh, I know they were pathetic.
I don't think they really even beefed up their offensive line in the draft. I mean,
like watching Kansas City's offensive line.
Well, hey, that's your team.
Mike Kaepernick. I grew up in Philly, moved upstate New York 17 years ago. I live in 3 hours from Buffalo. Those fans can be unbearable, acting like they won something. Well, that's any fan base.
Oh,
that's the Eagles fan. That's the Eagles fan base. Too.
Oh yeah, I'll call it what it is. I'll be a realist. I'm a diehard Eagles fan to the fullest, but the Eagles.
If you go through the
Eagles fans have been obnoxious for years, and if people want to rip on me, go for it. Paul, thanks for checking in, Paul. Paul's, the head there on the with our brother affiliate there, the Out of the Box Sports Network. What's up, fellas? One play away if Andrews catches the ball last year for Lamar and got better this year in the draft and free agency. Agree?
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no reason Baltimore shouldn't win the AFC as of right now.
I've been hearing that shit for the last 4 years, and they don't do it again. Look, do I think the Chiefs are going to make the Super Bowl this year? No. I think it'll be a different team. Whether it's Baltimore or Buffalo or Cincinnati or the Chargers or the Broncos, I don't know. All I know is this, Fuji. You can go back and take a look at the stats for the last couple of years. And you know this, and I say this to you all the time. As much as it's a passing league, if you cannot stop the run and you cannot run the football in December and January to make it to February, you're not going anywhere.
Well, of course. Smash mouth football. I mean, that's really where it comes down to in December and January, especially when the playoffs and you got to turn it up.
And I was trying to look at. I was trying to bring up the rushing stats from last year.
For who? The Chiefs?
No, the whole NFL. Oh. Give me just a second here.
You're on the clock.
I am. Obviously the Eagles and the Ravens were atop. Both made the playoffs, obviously. And now, of course, it's not going to show me. Again, technology is supposed to help you, but sometimes it just shoves the red hot poker. Here we go.
Can you pull it up on the screen?
Yeah, I can't do that on my end. So the Ravens led the league in rushing last year. The Eagles led the league, or they were second. Commanders third, Buccaneers fourth, Packers fifth, Lions sixth. They all made the playoffs. Cardinals and the Colts were in there, didn't make the playoffs. The Bills were in there, they made the playoffs.
James Cook.
Those were up there. So the top teams in the league last year, ladies and gentlemen, that led the league in rushing, they all made the playoffs. So, and what's funny is 5 out of those 6 teams are from the NFC. Again, where did the Chiefs rank in rushing? They were like 21st, 20th. But they did it with smoke and mirrors last year, period. And you look at the teams this year who are going to have a good run. James Cook with Buffalo. Cincinnati with Chase Brown.
Derrick Henry, Baltimore.
Derrick Henry, Baltimore.
Saquon,
maybe not.
Eagles.
Saquon. Now it remains to see. Let's see. Chargers will have Marion Hampton and Najee Harris. See how they utilize them. They'll be able to run the football. Is Mixon going to come back off the injury? But not many teams from the AFC made the playoffs with bad running games. So you look at the Chargers. Chargers have not the Chargers. The Packers have Josh Jacobs. Minnesota has Aaron Jones. So I fully expect
Jahmyr Gibbs in Detroit as well.
Detroit
and David Montgomery.
Yeah. So
but
teams that can run the football this year be the same teams.
Yeah, but here's another thing with Detroit, though. I mean, their defense is suspect. Ragnow retired right around OTAs. You know, Ben Johnson's gone, so how good is Detroit's offense going to be?
They still got to do it defensively, though. I mean, did they watch the Commanders game last year? It's like Detroit never showed up.
No. Washington went out to Detroit and smacked them right in the mouth.
Yep.
Basically took their lunch money and came to Philly and got steamrolled.
I did this yesterday. Well, I'll sort of do it with you tonight. Teams that take a step back from last year. Do I think the Chiefs are going to go 15-2? No. Do I think the Eagles are going to have the same record, Fuji? No. Do I think that the Lions and the Vikings are going to have the same kind of record? No. Who else could be in it? Do I think Baltimore is going to have that kind of record again? No.
Chiefs aren't.
No.
Either.
They're not going 15-2.
Well, they won a lot of close games last year. If you go back to their schedule,
smoke and mirrors, dude. Smoke and mirrors.
I said Eagles have 11 or 12 wins.
I'm leaning more
towards 11. Because right now, the Eagles' secondary is a little suspect at that cornerback opposite of Quinyon Mitchell.
Even in year 2, I still don't think Jaden Daniels makes the jump up enough to challenge the Eagles and get the Commanders over the hump. I just don't. Dallas is going to be so-so, Fuge, and I know that the Giants. I know some people think that the Giants are like 7-10, 8-9. I still think they're going to stink.
Yeah, but it don't matter. I mean, you go through each division rival. I mean, I'll just say the NFC East. I mean, it doesn't matter what the records are. These teams come to play. The rivalries are there. It don't matter. I mean, there's still that chip on every team's shoulder in the NFC East. I mean, you could be whatever, and each team Even the bad teams show up.
Some teams that I did yesterday, they may make an improvement. Fuji already mentioned one of them, the Patriots. I still want to see what the Jets do, how they're going to handle Fields in the regular season. Who else did I mention yesterday that might make a jump? Maybe not make a wild card, but will be improved. Fuji mentioned something a couple of weeks ago about the Falcons. Look, if not now, when? They have the offensive tools.
Well, they definitely got the weapons.
Yeah, defense is still a little shoddy, but I think the Panthers will be improved. Hey, look, nobody wanted to play the Panthers in the second half of the year last year. I mean, the Panthers played well. Let's see how they can translate it to this year. But, I mean, the Panthers this year are going to be a walkover, I can tell you that.
Well, they gave the Eagles a run in December.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know about that dumpster fire in New Orleans, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, who's on that team besides Chris Olave and Alvin Kamara? I mean, I don't even.
They're going to be Saints are going to be bad, like really bad. Paul Spencer says, "What's up, fellas?" Oh no,
it was a screen.
I thought there was an update.
Too.
Mine blinked. So, you want to talk about your Eagles a little bit?
Sean Kilrain,
what's up, guy?
Checking
Hello,
in.
Sean.
What's up, Sean? Thanks for checking in tonight.
I'll ask this about your Eagles, Fuji. I saw this. This was on. Is this on what? No, Pro Football Rumors. Is Adoree Jackson closing in on an Eagles starting cornerback job?
Right now, I believe, from what I hear, Kaylee Ringo's confidence is shot, so somebody's got to start. I mean,
and your concern is the back end at this point, correct?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I would have brought Isaiah Rodgers back. I mean, if you really want to get technical, you should have just went out and signed Jair Alexander for Baltimore, signing for $6 million, which is what? Chump change. I mean, imagine Jair Alexander and Quentin Mitchell. I mean, talk about a shutdown defense with Cooper DeJean playing the slot. Forget it. I mean, it's right now. I just think it's even the safety, because Nakubu got hurt yesterday too. So he had a nice game against Cleveland. Nice 75-yard interception, caused up a fumble. Caused the fumble, but I think he hurt his hamstring yesterday. So
I know you said you're a little concerned about how they're going to use Barkley.
Well, I mean, you pounded Barkley 500 times, more than 500. So that's why you brought in A.J. Dillon. But I think Will Shipley's going to be – I think Shipley might get more of the carry. Shipley was a nice draft pick last year. Well, I know. I saw. I mean, you're more of the college guy than I am. I mean, if you mix up those two in the backfield and give Barkley a rest.
Shipley could be like a what am I thinking of for the Eagles that played there? Not Deuce Staley, the kid from Kansas State Sproles.
Darren Sproles.
He could be like a Sproles type player.
I think he's got a little bit more height on Sproles, but Sean Kilrain saying the Packers offered 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick and a 5th-round pick for Micah Parsons. Jerry and Steven Jones declined. Thoughts on this?
I'm talking about it earlier, Sean.
Joke.
Look, as a former Cowboys fan, I said this, and Fuji knows. I'll reiterate it because it's our show. Jerry Jones has fisted Cowboys Nation for the last 28 years. For the last 28 years, if somebody offers you that kind of trade, and they both nixed it,
your second favorite team, Ryan. Thoughts on
it? It just proves my point that I've made for the last 20 some years but no one's listening. There are some people that are finally coming around. Jerry, what's that?
No, I was going to say, why'd you jump to Kansas City?
I jumped to Kansas City. Look, I got sick and tired of Jerry Jones's bullshit back in, I think it was 2013 or 2000, just before Patrick Mahomes. This is when Alex Smith was still there. Andy Reid had just got there as the coach. I just couldn't take it with Jerry Jones anymore because he's a buffoon. He's a great oil man. He's a great businessman. But I said this before, and I've said it for years, Fuji. He could not stand it that Jimmy Johnson got all the credit for putting those teams together, and he swore up and down after that he would never let that ever happen again. When you run Bill Parcells off after 3 years, he couldn't take his bullshit. And then he brought in puppets, and he still brought in puppets. Brian Schottenheimer is a puppet. He's always going to bring in puppets. And he said, what was it, last year, a couple years ago? I want to win a Super Bowl before I die. Dude, it ain't going to happen.
That's just like Jerry bringing in Barry Switzer to a team that Jerry Jones built.
Puppet.
The Jimmy Johnson built, I mean. My mistake.
It was still Jimmy's players. But he brought in a friend, Switzer. You could have plugged anybody in as coach with that team. They were in another Super Bowl, and then it's been hell ever since for Cowboys Nation. Excuse me. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again as a fan of any sport. Stop going to the games. You're just feeding the beast. You're feeding the monster. But it'll never happen. People are still going to pay ungodly amounts of money to go watch the same product year in and year out. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care. At least your owner does the right thing for the most part. He lets the football people do football people stuff.
Sean saying Eagles get Anthony Richardson, a conditional second-round pick that could become a first round, I guess.
No.
Colts.
Anthony Richardson, at this point, he just I said it before. He came out green, has all the physical attributes, has all the physical tools. Can't read a defense. He gets hurt. No, I would not do it. At this point, he's damaged goods. You're not making that trade. I
wouldn't trade Tanner McKay.
Tanner's fine.
Who comes up with this no nonsense of a trade? Hell no.
People just Joey B.
What's going on?
Oh my goodness gracious! It's been a while since we've heard from Joey.
Been a very long time. How the hell are you?
We got about 7 minutes here. How the hell are you, Joey B? You Colorado State boys in college. We've already talked about the Denver Broncos out there. Miller Lights for Fuji, Gun for Neff. No, I've got my tea, not twisted tea. I've got my Snapple, no plug intended. But hey, your Colorado State Rams should be decent this year. And again, I am picking the Broncos to win the AFC West. By the way,
Joey B, how many wins for your New York Football Giants?
Unfortunately, Joey B, your Giants are still going to suck. Let's look at their schedule. Looking good, fellows. Awesome to catch the show. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Your viewership is appreciated. Let's look at the New York Giants schedule, Fuji. They start off with the Commanders. That's a loss. Then they play the Cowboys. That's a toss-up. Then they play the Chiefs, but they get them at home.
Not a win for the Giants. Joey B says, yes, Giants will suck. But
Giants will suck. But hey, Joey B, Fuji can tell you this. One of the quarterbacks this year coming out of the draft that I was high on was Jackson Dart. He comes from a pro-style offense. He played under Lane Kiffin. who runs a pro style offense down there at Ole Miss. He's a winner. Now, did they win the SEC? No. Did they go to a couple of good bowl games? Yes. He plays through pain. He's a leader. I don't think Russell Wilson is going to make it through the season anyway. But mark my words, you're going to see Jackson Dart sooner than later, Fuji.
I have no doubts about that. I mean, was looking in, well, it's preseason, but, a lot of high upside coming out of college.
Yeah, he was fantastic at Ole Miss. Unfortunately, they just couldn't get over the hump when he was there. I thought they would do a little bit more of that last year, but they didn't. But let me go through the rest of the Giants' schedule, Fuji.
Excuse me.
I have to pull it up again here, so give me just a second. After the Chiefs, they play the Chargers. Yeah, we saw that earlier, Sean.
Chiefs sending Sky Moore to the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers been decimated with injuries at wide receiver. Brandon Ayuk is recovering from a knee injury. Yeah, I think he's not back to like week 6 or 7.
Sky Moore was kind of a bust for the Chiefs anyway. He's a speedster, but
what college did he go to?
Always hurt. Sky Moore.
He was the number 1 pick by the Chiefs, wasn't he, a couple years ago?
Yeah, who the hell did he play for? Hold on, I'll look it up. My 57-year-old mind doesn't work the way it used to, Fuji. Western Michigan. The Western Michigan Brock.
Joey B says
twice. I'll buy Neff a couple of Snapples. Now they'll probably split. They'll probably go 1-1. Joey B, if the Broncos beat the Chiefs twice, I'll buy you a Giant sweatshirt, or I'll buy you a Colorado State Rams sweatshirt. Maybe a 6-pack.
Is that guaranteed?
Whatever.
Was that a bet I hear?
Yeah. So if the Chiefs beat the Broncos twice, they'll buy me a case of Snapple. My eyesight's going too. All right. If the Chiefs beat the Broncos twice, you'll buy me a case of Snapple. I'll tell you what. If the Broncos beat the Chiefs twice, what's your favorite beer? I'll have to buy you a case of beer. Sean Curane, Boise State. Yeah, the Boise with the blue. Ladies and gentlemen, Boise State has a blue football field, but there are not birds that dive the field thinking it's water. That was just a rumor that was started years ago. That does not happen. I should know. I am a college football aficionado. We got a couple minutes more here, Fuji. Any thoughts you want to bring up? Joey,
LOL. No.
Yeah, you want to talk about anything else as we wrap it up? Thanks to everybody who tunes in. Thanks for everybody who checks us out. Spread the word. Tell your congressman. Tell your senator. Write to your president.
About your mayor or governor. You're leaving them, man.
What are we looking for here this last weekend before the season starts?
As far as,
I mean, obviously teams have to cut their rosters. What do you be looking for in the games that are going to take place this particular weekend? I mean, this is the last preseason game.
Basically, special teams and who's going to make it, who's going to get cut. Will veterans make it? Who's going to be out there? Especially when you got to get 54 guys now on the regular roster that suit up, and who's going to go on the practice squad, who's going to get caught to see who goes through to get back, and all that good stuff.
What free agents or draft picks for your particular team are you interested to see this weekend?
For the Eagles?
Yeah, to see what they do to make the roster.
Well, like you said, I mean, is Adoree Jackson going to be the starter, or Kaylee Rango, or forget the gentleman they got from the Raiders, but who the heck's they going to go out and get somebody else? You just brought John Mechie in on Sunday, which I'd like to pick. He played with Devontae Smith at Alabama, and I know Johnny Wilson, I believe, got hurt today.
Uh-huh.
Or was that yes? He got carted off, so I don't know what the status of his injury is. It's going to be interesting to see what the Eagles do with their wide receiver room now. Is somebody going to get whatever is going on with Wilson's injury? Who's the receiver they got last year from Washington? Oh my God! And a
Yeah,
five.
what I'm going to be looking for is just nobody get hurt. Please, nobody get hurt. This last weekend in the game, and also when they do cut it down to 53 men, whatever it is now, I want to see what sort of teams that are still going to wheel and deal before the season starts, because people are going to get hurt. It's just part of preseason. It's part of the now you pray that none of your big time starters get hurt or anybody gets hurt for that matter. But teams are still going to try and wheel and deal to bolster up their roster where they have no depth.
All right. Well, another question is on the Eagles side is Landon Dickerson. I wouldn't bring him back for week 1. I mean, he's had injuries of, in his knees, his legs, and is Tyler Steen going to be starting the right guard too? So it's going to be interesting to see what Howie does with this offensive line right now, especially with Landon Dickerson. If these guys we have now can step up, or who's going to make the team? Is he going to try to go out and make a third trade now?
Right. I want to thank Joey B for tuning in. Also Sean Kilrain, also Mike Papiernick Jr. Am I forgetting anybody?
Paul Spencer.
Mr. Paul Spencer checking in. Again, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your county commissioners, tell your governments. Endzone to Endzone on Wednesdays now from 8 to 9. I will see everybody tomorrow night. College football 2025 special preview starting at 6 p.m. tomorrow locally here at Bailey's Bar and Grill up here in Levittown. Come out, have a bite to eat, have a tasty beverage of your choice. Many guests lined up, 10 to 12, I think, guests lined up all across the country talking about college football. You see Trey Hendrickson coming to Philly, Sean Kilrain says. I wouldn't put it past Howie. I don't know how the hell you
don't think I can afford them. I mean,
you can't afford it. Who are you going to give up?
Oh, I mean, hell, we got 10 draft picks for next year. But, Jalen Carter's due to get that bag. So, also our brothers in Cole County were chimed in before Sean did. So, what's up, fellas? Great show. I love the history lessons from the 1900s. Love it. Is your college preview tomorrow?
It is 6 o'clock.
I'm out of sorts today. Let's tell everybody about our NFL preview 2 weeks from
now. NFL preview September 2nd live from Goose's Monte Cristo Lounge in Tobaccoist. Out there in Royal
Limerick.
It's in Limerick, PA. Come out. It's going to be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Fuji, who do we have coming on again?
Oh, we got a ton of. We got a lot of folks that cover the NFL. Well, you have some. I got a few lined up. I'm still waiting to hear back. I know right now it looks like we got the Raiders, the Browns, the Bears, possibly the Buccaneers. How about on your end?
I'm still working on some people. I'm trying to get
any definites.
I am still trying to get in contact with this one gentleman who his name is escaping me. But he covers the Raiders. No, does he cover? Yeah, he covers the Raiders. I reached out, guys, cover the Vikings, the Steelers. I've reached out to people who cover the Chiefs, the Broncos. So hopefully, it'll be a jam-packed show. Fuji and I will be breaking down each division. Michael Papernik says, I hope it's just a rumor about Anthony Richardson, as I do not want him on the Eagles. I do not think they're going to make that trade, Michael, from the standpoint of this. I'm going to reiterate it again for the 5th time tonight. He was green coming out of college. He has Cam Newton physical abilities with the size. He's got a fantastic, stronger arm than Cam did. But he was green, all the physical attributes, can't read a defense, makes piss poor decisions. Even if he has all those physical attributes, he's green in so many other areas, it just doesn't make any sense for them to bring him in. You know, you keep Tanner McKee. He's proven his worth. You still have Saquon Barkley in the backfield. You still have all those receivers. Something happens to Jalen, you plug in Tanner. He's got enough pieces around him that he would probably be fine. That's okay. But anywho, we're going to end it there. Again, thanks for everybody that tunes in. Endzone to Endzone, new nights, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Myself, Robert De Niro III, Mike Fuji. You got to hit me with the De Niro face.
I can't.
You haven't done it in a while. You got to hit me with it.
If you didn't say it, I probably would have done it. But now you're making me laugh.
You can do it. You got to hit me with it.
You're making me laugh now. I can't. You talking to me? That's it. You're screwing me up.
There it is. You had it.
I can't.
You got to hold it.
You talking to me? Are you talking to me? I don't see nobody else.
Yeah, you
are good.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow night at 6 p.m. For the college football preview special. Fuji, you have a good night.
Sean Kilrain said, "Did you say Joe Pesci?" Wait, did you say Joe Pesci?
Did you say Joe Pesci, but the trailer version? You do Pesci too? What do you think? Funny how? Funny how?
Am I a clown? Do I amuse you? Am I here to flip and amuse you? You told me I'm funny. Funny how? What the is so funny about me, Henry?
You can curse. It's online. It's not like we're on regular TV.
Well, there are children that may be watching too.
So. That's true. I forgot about that.
Think about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Fuji likes the old school, like hippity hoppity rap stuff. So I'm gonna end it just as I started.
That was French. That was French. That was French. Party was in a place you want you all to see that weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic night. Fuji, thanks again. Fuji and I will be together next Wednesday on another edition of Endzone to Endzone. Fuji, have a good night, man.
You too. Go Birds.
All right, buddy.
Everybody have